Hey guys, welcome back to Loop Hub. Today we'll talk about the grossest and most disgusting moments on Dr. Pimple Popper. Let's head into it. Number 1. A fatty lump that weighs over 4 kilograms. Lipomas are fat-filled growths that reside between a person's muscle layer and skin layer were featured in the first 2 episodes of Dr. Pimple Popper Season 3, and the 3rd episode was no exception. Dr. Pimple Popper, whose real name is Dr. Sandra Lee, treated a man named Inoki, who had a big lipoma linked to his upper right arm, during the 43-minute episode. Inoki, a 51-year-old Sacramento resident who lives with his wife and children, first saw the lump 8 or 9 years ago, when it was roughly the size of a golf ball. He figured the bump would go away on its own, so he left it alone. Then according to Inoki, it grew to the size of a softball, though it appeared to viewers to be far larger, like a melon. Inoki, a Fijian native, was unable to pursue his favorite activity, Fijian traditional dancing, due to the magnitude of the growth. "It hurts my shoulder, and it bothers me emotionally, but I know there's nothing I can do about it," he said, adding that he instead supports his community by teaching younger people how to dance. Nonetheless, Inoki's son expresses disappointment at seeing his father sitting on the sidelines, rather than participating in his passion for dance. Inoki saw a few different physicians over the years regarding the bulge, and while none of them could diagnose him, they all warned him that it could be cancerous. Inoki, on the other hand, was never given a biopsy to see if their concerns were right. "I was terrified of finding out whether they were correct," he said. Inoki felt it was time to take control of his health and see Dr. Pimple Popper. After nearly a decade of dealing with a softball-sized bump, when Lee met him at her office, she was able to calm Inoki's fears about the potentially malignant lesion. She began by stroking the growth and examining it, Lee describing it as heavy, but said that it moved around under Inoki's skin, indicating that it was most likely benign. Because malignant growths are hard and immobile, if something is adherent or adhered to your body, that's a terrible sign, Lee explained. She also thought the fact that Inoki had the bump for more than a decade and appeared healthy was a good sign. Lee then decided it was time to cut the lump apart and confirm her suspicions that it was a lipoma. Lipomas usually grow slowly and are modest, with a diameter of around 2 inches. However, according to Lee, some lipomas become so huge that they begin to dangle off the body, and was the situation with Inoki. Number 2. A cute little cyst. In a recent video on her YouTube channel, Dr. Pimple Popper helped a man get rid of a frenemy, a cyst on his cheek. Skin cysts are closed sac-like or capsule structures that may be filled with semi-solid material, gaseous material, or liquid. There are several causes of cysts, including genetic, infectious, and other causes, that result in hundreds of types of cysts. Risk factors for developing a cyst are related to the underlying causes of the cyst formation. Most cysts are asymptomatic and have no signs. However, some cysts on the skin, mucous membranes, and those located in palpable organs often can be felt as a lump or bump. Sometimes they may cause pain. Some cysts may produce symptoms related to organs in which they are located. The man revealed in the video that he had been suffering from the cyst for 10 years. Dr. Pimple Popper diagnosed it as an epidermoid cyst, a form of cyst that occurs when skin cells burrow and grow beneath the surface. Epidermoid cysts usually grow slowly and are not unpleasant. Dr. P used an injectable numbing treatment on the cyst off camera before treating the man. She then used a surgical blade to cut into the cyst center. Dr. P said in the video, "This creature spit at me a few times. Creamy yellow pus squirted out of the growth as she spoke with the patient and squeezed his cheek. Lee then squeezed both sides of the growth with her fingers, releasing additional solid pus that was likewise yellow in color. The pus extraction didn't stop there. Dr. Pimple Popper next used tweezers and snatched more solid chunks from within the growth. She used scissors to widen the incision and create space for the growth's hefty insides to be pulled out. Dr. P said of the cyst, "You've got a cute little surprise here." Lee had removed the entire cyst and its sac within 4 minutes, and according to Lee, removing the cyst inner sac is critical because leaving it in place could result in the growth returning. Dr. Pimple Popper finished the man's surgery by stitching up the incision and showing him his self-proclaimed enemy. The cyst's appearance piqued his interest. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.